What's happening, people, and welcome to my review of It. Now, what can I say about this movie off the bat? Firstly, this movie has been released 27 years after the original It, which ties in perfectly to the time difference of when Pennywise's character comes up from the sewers to essentially go after the kids. Now, off the bat, I have to say, the acting in this movie was brilliant. I mean, the kid actors in there would rival any Hollywood top actors at the moment. They really brought out the essence of what it's like to be that age. A real coming of age tale between the kids. And I think personally they did a phenomenal job. One of the actors is actually from Stranger Things, who is actually returning or is actually playing a role in this movie. The other actor who I thought was brilliant, aside from the kids in this movie, is Pennywise's character, Bill Skarsgård. I mean, his take on this character was so uniquely different, so eerie, so menacing. And for a 15-rated movie, I think it was pretty scary. So, in terms of the movie, it all takes place in a town called Derry. You've got a bunch of kids who are essentially sort of misfits, trying to find themselves. They all have their underlying issues they're trying to overcome while being children. And they all kind of band together and find each other and form essentially what is known as the Losers Club. Now, the acting in here, especially with the kids, it really reminded me of movies such as Goonies, Stand By Me, and Lost Boys. And I thought it was a perfect mixture of characters and actors to really portray a remake of this originally loved film classic. Now, when I look at the original It, you've got Tim Curry's It, who's kind of tongue-in-cheek, but is also kind of scary when he needs to be. But Bill Skarsgård's version is kind of like, I'll compare it to what Jack Nicholson did with the Joker and what Heath Ledger did with the Joker. It's exactly what Bill Skarsgård did with his version of It. He made him really airy, really freaky, and really scary. I think he did a really good job. One of the issues that I'd have with the movie, and it's not really an issue, is a little bit of the pacing that goes along the film. At times, they've got really good cut scenes that they put all together, but at times it jumps from one scene to the other. But apart from that, I'd say the movie was fantastic. The director of this movie, I believe, is the same director that directed the movie Mama. And overall, I think it's one of the best horror movie adaptations that have been made in a very long time. I think the last really good horror film I saw was The Conjuring 2. But I definitely recommend this movie. If you're a fan of It or a fan of a horror genre, this is a must-see. And if you're also a fan of the kid classics like Goonies, like I said, Stand By Me, or The Lost Boys, there's so much in this movie that you're going to enjoy. I mean, the way the characters play off each other, the way the humour the kids have is so believable that, you know, you really connect and understand that when you were a kid, this is the kind of humour and banter that you'd be having with your friends. So I'm going to give It a solid 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie and really looking forward to what they're going to do with the character going forward.